Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. And thank you guys so much for your continued love and support. Today we are going to be doing a reading, pick a card reading on career messages for you. Okay, so whatever messages you're needing to hear right now about career. So we are going to be adding in one of these animal spirit or spirit of the animal cards, just so that you guys have at least one of the cards and the crystal to choose from. So pile number one, you are going to be this amethyst. So let's get a card for you. What career messages are you needing to hear? Okay, so we have Canary Spirit, sing your own song. That is going to be pile number one's card. Pile number two, you are going to be the selenite. Okay, so we have Flamingo Spirit, and it says embrace the in-between. So that is for pile two, and then pile three is going to be the blue agate. So career messages. Okay, so I'm going to pull the dove because that is the one that I'm seeing here. So we have Dove Spirit with Bee Peace. Okay, I'm noticing they're also all birds. Okay, all birds. So that is what we're going to start off with. I will give you a closer look at the card and crystal. So we have Canary Spirit for pile number one with this amethyst. Pile one with card number 12. And then pile number two is the selenite, and that is with the flamingo, card number 26. And then pile number three, you are card number 21, the Dove Spirit with the blue agate. Okay. So pause the video if you do need a little bit more time. If you do feel drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay for this reading. So we're doing career messages, whatever message you're needing to hear about your career, whatever comes through for you. Canary and amethyst for pile one, the selenite and flamingo for pile two, and then the agate, blue agate, and the dove spirit for pile number three. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile one. So those of you that resonated with the Canary Spirit, sing your own song, and the amethyst, this is going to be a reading. So this is actually going to be part of your reading, but I want to pull your tarot first to see what career messages are coming through for you. So let's see. Pile number one. Okay, so what career messages are you needing to hear at this time? Career messages for pile number one. Career messages for pile number one. Okay, so we're starting off with the Seven of Swords. Career messages for pile number one. We have the Two of Swords. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. What career messages is pile one needing to hear? We also have the Eight of Swords. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. Okay, so I will say this looks like a whole lot of potentially stagnancy, but okay, so we've got the Four of Swords here. There's a lot of mental stuff going on for you, pile number one, and I feel like a lot of this is revolving around some type of new opportunity, some type of decision you are trying to make for yourself, because I'm seeing Yeah, we've got the Empress here. And then we have the Page of Swords at the bottom. Okay, so yes, we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So this is talking about a new beginning, an opportunity that is here. Okay, and that opportunity could be something that's currently revolving around you right now. Some of you are making a big decision right now, and I feel like it could involve you manifesting something new. I'm looking at, in this Judgment card here, we have this snake that has shed its skin and is now kind of brand new and has this beautiful glowing yellow light that's around it. And the bird is singing, and you also have a little singing bird here as well. And if you look at the Empress and you also look at the frog, both of them are looking in a way, that away, and that away being the future, something, you know, that you're planning, something that you're trying to make a decision about. But I'm feeling that this is kind of you going around and around and around in circles, literally. Look at these owls that are kind of circulating around the moon. The Eight of Swords energy is about us kind of getting caught up in our head, anxiety, fears, and our thoughts being something that do restrict us, that hold us back. And the Two of Wands is also talking about planning, right? Being at that stage where you're planning something, you're thinking about future, right? But I'm feeling with the Seven of Swords energy here. Now, this could either be that all of your ideas and things that you have in your mind right now are a little bit scattered. And we're seeing that because we do have, you know, the Seven and Eight of Swords, which are not really clear, right? The Seven of Swords can be when all of our ideas and all of our thoughts that we have about something are just kind of like all mixed up in our mind. We're feeling confused. You know, we're trying to make a decision here. And so the Two of Swords can also talk about that as well, being stuck at a place of indecision, feeling indecisive about something. And with the Four of Swords energy here, it could be that you've tried to rest and try to really gain clarity. But I feel like what Spirit's message here for you is, if you are feeling confused, if you're feeling stuck, if you're trying to kind of navigate your path going forward, you have different ideas in your mind, take some time to take a rest and take a break. So I do feel like the important message here is the Four of Swords. I am feeling with the Judgment card here, this is about you answering the call of your soul. You could be having your soul kind of call you now, right? Or something that you could be going through, that you're feeling this need for a shift or a change. And being that you do have the Canary spirit here with Sing Your Own Song, this is about you being your most authentic version of self, meaning that if you feel that the career that you're in right now does not fully meet your desires, you know, fulfillment, maybe it doesn't pay you enough, whatever it could be, this is about you really maybe potentially shedding old skin. What would that mean? Maybe leaving the job, maybe starting something new. The Ace of Pentacles can talk about that new opportunity, right? And it could either be one that, like I said, is presented to you right now and you're saying, should I go for it? Or you could be thinking, should I go get another job? Should I start, you know, another career? So we're seeing this transformation that's taking place here. And maybe for some of you, it is a need for releasing something, right? And with the Empress energy here, manifesting potentially something new. But this fox looks like she's just kind of like sitting there and, you know, trying to be very clever about things and choices and decisions. And so I'm feeling there's a lot of transformation that's also taking place within you. I'm also noticing at the bottom of this Empress card, she has her little baby here that's kind of like protected inside this little foxhole, right? So in a way, this can be symbolic of you having some type of idea in your mind that maybe you have been nurturing and growing and developing. And maybe for some of you, it's time, right? It's time to birth or create this new idea. And for some of you, it is going to be something that is more in alignment or more authentic to you, and maybe even what your soul's path is, your soul's purpose. But that does require you to take some time to really rest, reflect, clear your mind, because the Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Two of Swords is kind of like the mind is all kind of like jammed up with thoughts scattered here, there, all over the place, right? So that, and being in that kind of headspace does not make it easy for us to make decisions, right? So the Four of Swords, maybe Spirit's guidance to you at this time for your career is to take a break, take a rest, take a vacation, if you're able to, right? Because this Two of Wands is about you planning. And for many of you, it is stepping into your soul's purpose, your life purpose, or into a new version, a new career that is more in alignment with who you truly are. Because I feel like with the Empress being here as well, this is Spirit in a way saying, do what you love, do what your heart is calling you to do. Who cares with the Canary Spirit? Who cares what other people envision that you should do, or that, you know, let's just say that the something that you want to do is completely unconventional, and you know that it would be, maybe it's a talent or hobby or skill that you have, and it's something that you feel like, well, if I go for this type of career, is my family going to support me? Are my friends going to support me? You know, are people going to think I'm weird? And the Canary Spirit is all about you doing what makes sense for you, without the outside noise, without you worrying about other people's opinions of what it is that you do for your career, what you choose to do. So this can also be a need for you to maybe even change or shift your own perspective on, you know, doing something that is authentically you. Okay? So yes, I'm definitely getting this energy here of a big decision that you're having to make, or that Spirit is saying, answer the call of your soul. It could quite literally be that Spirit has been calling to you to set yourself onto some certain path, and you may be maybe you're getting like mixed signals, and you're kind of getting a little bit confused, like, is this really what I'm supposed to do, right? So in the Four of Swords energy is where we take that time to really think, reflect, you know, am I happy with where I'm at, or do I feel a need for a shift or a change, and truly stepping into, you know, whatever I feel my purpose is, or what I feel the career that I'm called to do. Okay. The Empress is also an energy that is very abundant, very prosperous. This is really you needing to understand that you are someone who has the ability to manifest greatness and opportunities. And you have that right here with that Ace of Pentacles. Now, those of you where you kind of feel like there are no opportunities, right? There are no opportunities around me right now. Take some time to reflect. Take some time to rest. Take some time to think about what you love, right? Because I promise those opportunities are always surrounding us, but it's just about our perception of things, our perception of life, right? And kind of opening and broadening our vision in the way that Spirit sees things, right? Because almost with these little owls kind of floating around the moon, some of you could be kind of like trapped and caught up in your own thoughts, fears, maybe about leaving a job or about doing something new. And it's almost like these owls are circulating around the moon, like, listen to your intuition, right? Trust your intuition. And they're like, you know, telling you the ideas right here. So I'm definitely feeling, and it may also help you too, because I'm noticing that we have both lion and lioness here in the Two of Wands, the little bird sitting on top of the lion's head. So I'm getting, for some of you, it's kind of like your spirit guides are trying to help you. And I'm feeling that your feminine energy may have like the creative ideas right now, may already have a lot of ideas. But I'm feeling this little bird that's trying to assist the masculine energy within you, right? I'm seeing this as kind of like your spirit guides, ancestors trying to be getting that masculine energy in motion to try to help you to say, okay, it's time for planning, decisions, action, in order to put forth the energy towards the manifestation of this, right? So it helps for you to bring your two energies into balance, both feminine and masculine, where the feminine energy is all about nurturing, right? That creative idea, bringing it, birthing it, and creating it, okay? Masculine energy being required for us to take decisive action, keep ourselves disciplined, focused, organized, right? Even this, I don't know if this is a panther or a jaguar, but this jungle cat, I'll just say this jungle cat, look at how the stare is on him, right? Like he's like plotting and planning. So yeah, and I'm also noticing that there's also, what are these, cheetahs? No, those are not cheetahs. Those look like maybe leopards. I think cheetahs have longer bodies and smaller heads. Yeah, but we've got all these other cats in the background. So in a way, I kind of see this symbolically of these being different thoughts that you have, right? Your thoughts are kind of like all over the place, kind of like that Eight of Swords with those owls kind of circling around. The swords all around, kind of scattered in all kinds of different directions, right? So that to me is kind of like a need to think and weigh your options, I'm feeling like as well. Even in this Two of Swords card, it's kind of like, you know, that you could think of this Two of Swords as like two different ideas that we have that we're feeling, which one should I do? Should I go forward with it? And you see how the frog is kind of clinging onto one of those swords, or let's just say one of those ideas, right? And thinking, okay, if I do this idea, what does it look like, right? And it kind of looks like that's what that frog is doing. He's holding on to one of these ideas and thinking ahead. What will happen? What will be the outcome if I choose this, if I choose that, right? And then I don't know what these are, but they kind of look like little owl faces back here, right? So to me, it's that need for going within your intuition and what your intuition is really guiding you, right? Almost like these little wise owls are coming in as your ancestors, spirit guides. There also looks like there's a bunch of hands down here, right? So I'm also kind of getting this as your spirit guides kind of coming in with different ideas that they're kind of implanting in a way, right? Kind of like the soul's calling that happens with judgment. Stepping into our higher calling, our higher purpose, I feel like is what spirit is wanting you to focus on at this time. And like I said, sometimes those messages can come through and we're just like, I don't understand this. I don't know what spirit is saying here. So if you feel like you're just kind of being overwhelmed with so many different thoughts scattered all over the place, take some time to rest. Look at how this little, what is this, a hedgehog or a porcupine? He's kind of buried himself underneath ground, right? There's a layer of snow up here. He's got himself all warm and cozy with all of that wood that's there that he's collected. So to me, it's a need for you to take this time to also, you know, clear your mind, take a rest, take a break, stillness, calm, quiet, because it is in that stillness where we're able to tune into our intuition, right? When the mind is going crazy like this, we're not clear, right? We can't focus like the Empress, you know, about what it is that we're manifesting here. So yes, I'm definitely seeing this as spirit wanting you to step into, you know, I mean, the Judgment card is about release. It's about transformation. It is about learning lessons from the past, right? Taking all of that knowledge and using that moving forward. And so I'm definitely feeling like your spirit guides or spirit at this time is wanting you to move towards a career or even start a new project, right? It could be something new that you're manifesting here. But to start something new in that you are following what rings true for your heart and for your soul, right? Not just going to like any old job that you might find yourself bored at 3 months from now, 6 months from now, but to really dig deep within the self to think, okay, what do I desire? What do I love, right? Because this is what the canary is. It's this bird is doing what its heart's desire is, and that's to sing. Okay, maybe for some of you it is singing. But you know, this is you doing things your own way and not worried about what other people think, what other people are going to say. It's doing something that rings true for you, that you feel you want to do. So let's actually go back into these spirit animal oracle messages and see what else we can get for you. What career messages are you needing to hear? Pile number 1. Okay, so we have the Badger spirit and it says be fearless and bold. And we do have the number 4 here. Okay, the 4 connects into the Emperor, which is masculine energy. Yeah. Let's see. Career messages for pile number 1. Okay, so we have the Dog spirit and it says be loyal to what you love. Okay, and that's kind of what I was saying with the canary spirit here. We have card number 19, which is the sun in the tarot. And it's all about you being happy, right? Finding fulfillment, experiencing abundance, which is something that is very possible for you to achieve, right? With the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you could be a new career that maybe, you know, offered to you, or something new that is, maybe it's a new job offer, right? And maybe you're feeling like, should I take it? Should I go? Should I do it? And look at that Judgment card, right? Shedding old skin, release. Okay. Maybe for some of you, it's like your soul is screaming at you, screaming at you to do it. Let's see. Career messages for okay, so we have the Buffalo Spirit, and the abundant universe will provide. And then we also have the Koala Spirit, and it says Spirit has a plan, okay? But you just need to listen, right? You just need to listen, which is sometimes so much easier said than done when we're feeling our soul call us towards something and we feel afraid, we feel scared to change or to shift or to trust what we're feeling with this shift, okay? So let's see, pile 1. Yeah, and I'm seeing the number 10 here too. So there's the completion of something here. You're meant to create, I feel like, that new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of this is tied into you having courage, right? Knowing that you can do it. You can evolve. You can grow into something amazing, right? This beautiful power of the Empress is truly believing in yourself, knowing your worthiness to abundance, to prosperity, to, you know, the fertility and growth and the nurturing of all of these amazing ideas that are being brought to you, right, by Spirit. I feel like a lot of this is you remembering who you are, right? Let's see here. Career messages for pile number 1. We have Voyage of the Heart, and it says love flows through you and to you. Okay, so yes, again, I'm just getting this message about you this time to need to step into what your heart is calling you to do for your career. Okay, have faith, trust in the magic, you know, that is possible for you to create with this. Right? It's kind of like it's saying now it's your heart's turn. Now it's your heart's turn to do what it loves, right? To allow you to let your heart lead you towards your career that you may be, you know, meant to do. Okay. We have Ascending the Mountain, and it says keep going forward, right? And so some of you could see, okay, I'm going to take this new opportunity. I'm going to start this new project. I'm going to get this new job, start this new career. Or I have, you know, I have all these ideas about this. And look at, he's like on this path here and looking in the distance. Oh my goodness, there is mountains there. There are mountains everywhere, right? So it's like we understand, you know, that every part of our life may have its challenges. But should that be something that stops us, right, from being able to overcome these and not let these things be something that kind of holds us back for what we truly love and what you truly desire, right? So yes, this is Spirit saying you're ascending the mountain. Maybe for some of you, it's currently going through those challenges, right? And maybe those challenges are ones of your mind, your greatest tests are of the mind, trying to tell you, you can't do it. Just stop here. You won't be any good at this, right? It's about you pushing past that to say, no, ego. No, ego. I got this, right? I'm the Empress. Okay. Let's see. Career messages for pile number 1. We have Embracing Enthusiasm, and it says shout to the heavens with happiness. Okay, so I'm also getting that Spirit's wanting you, like the energy surrounding your career. it's like you should feel happy, right, about what you do for your career, right? You should feel like this is something that I love. This is something that I want. This is making something that makes me feel abundant, right? So it can be shifting into that energy of enthusiasm and happiness and feeling like I'm doing this, I'm doing what I love, and I'm excited, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? So you're kind of shifting and changing that energy. Some of you, because you're maybe coming to a close of something and opening yourself up to something new, you know, look to that as this beautiful new beginning with much, you know, potential for you. Let's see. We also have uncovering treasure here, and it says beneath the surface lies great bounty, right? So it's almost like Spirit's saying things may, you know, be a little bit muddy, a little bit unclear right now, but trust that this path that Spirit is trying to lead you on is towards that little treasure right there, that little treasure. At the bottom, we have choosing your path, and it says all is possible. So some of you, like I said, with that 2 of Wands that we had under there, that is making a choice, okay? That is planning here, making a choice with what's to come for the future. And like I said, I feel like your feminine energy is like, she's like on top of it, all about it. Let's do this. What's next? Masculine's energy is like, okay, well, I'll wait here until you have your idea figured out, until your ideas are sorted. I will wait right here, right? So let's see. Choosing your path. Let's put this there. Okay, now let's go into these here. Okay, so pile 1, career messages for you. Okay, look at that. Moonstone, live your purpose. Okay, live your purpose. We have Carnelian with feed your creativity. We also have Pyrite with let the money flow in. Let the money flow in. And then we have Aventurine, and it says create your own luck. Okay, so this is really beautiful energy here. And I feel like what Spirit's also saying here is that the path for you to abundance, to prosperity, to happiness, to fulfillment is for you to answer the call of your soul. And like I said, for some of you that don't know what your soul's calling is or what your purpose is, take that pause, right? You're not going to find the answer outside of you. It's found from within the self, right? We just have to listen to what the intuition and the heart is desiring. Where is it tugging at you towards, right? Sometimes those little intuitive hits that we get only last a couple seconds, right? As those ideas kind of come in. So when you do feel like you get those, write them down. Use the notes section in your phone and just kind of make a little note, right? And start putting all those little pieces of the puzzle together of where Spirit is kind of, you know, leading you towards, okay? So yes, live your purpose, feed your creativity, let the money flow in, and create your own luck, right? Like I said, you are the Empress, especially for those of you that kind of feel like, I don't see any opportunities here. The universe is abundant. There's opportunity, money to be made everywhere, right? It's just about us changing our perspective about things, right? You are the Empress there. You create your own luck. You create magic, okay? At bottom of the deck, we have rhodochrosite, and it says, remember your worth, okay? Maybe for some of you, that means that you're not getting paid enough. You're not charging enough for your services. Maybe for the work that you do, you deserve more, you deserve better. Raise your prices, right? Get those prices up, okay? So I'm going to leave it here for you. Pile number 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonated with the flamingo spirit and this little selenite crystal, this is going to be a reading. So the flamingo is going to be part of your reading, but I do want to pull your tarot first, pile 2, and then we will be, that was really bad, we will be pulling the rest of your oracle messages. Okay, so let's see. Pile number 2, career messages. Okay, so we have the Devil. That's just coming right out, the Devil. Somebody, this could be about being stuck, let's just say, being stuck, maybe in a toxic work environment, maybe even a job that is kind of holding you back. Some of you can even be certain fears or doubts that you have, maybe even about your career path at this time. There could be certain self-limiting beliefs that you might be kind of holding on to. Let's see what else here. Pile 2, career messages. We've got Capricorn energy. Career messages. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Three of Swords. Justice. Career messages for pile number 2. We have the 8 of Wands. Two of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. And then we have the 5 of Cups. Okay, so I will say, I'm kind of seeing that because you have the 3 of Swords here and also the 5 of Cups, you might, like I said, might not be the most happy or content maybe in your job. Some of you can kind of feel like you've been stuck maybe like in this cycle of not being happy with your job, with your career, and maybe wanting some type of a change. The 5 of Cups can talk about disappointment, feeling hopeless, helpless even. 3 of Swords, I'm noticing that there is a bunch of chains here at the bottom also. So, I mean, that can be feeling disappointment of some kind. There can also, I mean, some of you might even quite literally be a job loss as well. The 5 of Cups can talk about loss, and so of the 3 of Swords. But I'm seeing the 2 of Wands here. The 2 of Wands is about planning something, thinking ahead, planning. And maybe this is some type of action. Maybe some of you are waiting to hear news, maybe even about a job. The Justice card here, I'm feeling this is going to be a need for you to kind of weigh your options, make it maybe a very important decision, I feel like at this point about your career. I'm noticing that we have the Wheel of Fortune here. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is, can be many different things within the tarot, as every other card can have many different meanings to it. But I'm noticing that in this Wheel of Fortune card, there is a snake that is right in the middle of this wheel. And what is it? Is it little bats? They are bats. They're bats that are surrounding a circle of bats and then a circle of spiders that are all surrounding this snake. And then even around the spiders are the owls that are surrounding it. We've got, what is that? There's moths there. Looks like little scorpions here down at the bottom as well. But I'm seeing it's kind of like there's a lot of this energy that's kind of surrounding you, in that the snake is also, something that sheds its skin. So there is that aspect of the rebirth happening there, as well as with the bat, symbol of transformation, rebirth, renewal. I look at the spiders, calling all of us as I'm seeing the spider as something that is like weaving your destiny, right? Because we have the Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune is about fate, destiny, and, it's the cycles of life, the ebb and flow, right? And about us needing to go with the flow. But the Wheel of Fortune can also talk about cycles, right? Which can very well be, with the devil energy influence here, can be a karmic cycle, right? So some of you could be kind of stuck with not, and restricted in some way, which is kind of seeing like this snake is like all coiled up and like in the middle of all of this. So some of you may be kind of stuck in a cycle of feeling maybe sad or hopeless, or kind of wanting a shift, wanting a change here, and maybe having doubts like, should I change this, right? There can even be certain fears, about changing career paths, or, doing something different, taking action, moving. For some of you even could even be talking about relocation. With the Eight of Wands, could definitely be about travel. And even in this card too, we're seeing this snake here, this snake with all of these lines that are coming out here. So I'm also seeing as this, I don't know, maybe this is a need for you to have or change your perspective in the way that you're kind of looking at this situation. But I am noticing that you do have the Knight of Pentacles energy here, which is earth energy, also Virgo and Capricorn, Taurus. We have Libra, and then Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. But look at how this little donkey is looking down at this pentacle here that's bright and shiny. So, and he's kind of like finding that on his path here. Okay. And it looks like the way that he's kind of looking at it is he's not quite sure, like, is this pentacle something that I should take? I'm also noticing there's a little moon back here too. So that symbolism of the moon can be, about intuition, but I'm noticing that there's some clouds that are surrounding it too. So that makes me feel like something maybe within your intuition is maybe feeling a little bit blocked, or even a little bit clouded. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is about us keeping ourselves committed and dedicated to little baby steps, right? Slow and steady movement with the Knight of Pentacles. So we have a certain goal for our career. Let's just say that we want to be very abundant, right? And that does require us to take risks, to continue to move forward along our path. But in this energy, which is a beautiful energy, the Knight of Pentacles is showing a lot of commitment and a lot of secure, grounded energy. But it can also be where we, because of this influence of the devil coming in, where we feel afraid to change something, right? Because this, to me, sometimes, because it is very slow moving energy, are we holding ourselves back in some way because of fears, And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, there's a need for you, and I feel like in a sense, to kind of release and allow yourself to transform, to change, to grow. Some of you could be in something right now that is limiting your growth. Something that you've outgrown, and now it's time to release it. Now it's time to let it go. And it's time for you to make plans for something else. And I noticed that you have the flamingo spirit, which says embrace the in-between. So to me, that in-between is like, let's just say you've had the current career for, let's just say it's 5 years. And now you are a very different person than you were 5 years ago, when that job or that career that you got into looked good to you, right? Now you could be in that place where you're just like, do I really want to stay here? Do I really want this? I'm scared of change, which could very well happen with this Knight of Pentacles energy. But I'm feeling there's something within you that is kind of trying to lead you towards ultimately your destiny, right? Your destined career path. And so there could be, right, new opportunities that are being surrounded, or you're being surrounded with. But I'm also feeling this embrace the in-between is talking about you needing to live in the present moment. How are you feeling right now? Do you feel happy in your career? Do you feel like you want change? Do you feel like you want more money? Do you feel like money is something that's slow coming in? Are you feeling disappointed? Are you feeling like the what you're doing right now is no longer bringing you happiness and fulfillment? Right? So it could be action that is required here. And with the Justice card, a need for you to truly make the best decision you can possibly make for, serving your highest good, right? And that can including weighing your options, right? What does your heart say? What does your logical mind say is needed for you to take action here with that? Some of you with the in-between can also be that there's a lot of creative energy that's kind of coming into you at this time. And maybe with some of those creative ideas, you might be feeling a little bit afraid, right? With that devil energy. It could be something that is restricting you out of a place of, you know, fear that you have, that you're afraid to go for that new thing, go for that next thing. Okay. But with the flamingo, it's talking about opportunities that are beginning to present themselves to you. And there's a need for you to kind of stay in this place of a balanced state of mind so that you are able to, I feel like, go based off of your past decisions, your past choices. What did you learn from those experiences? So you can trust in that moment that the messages that you're receiving from spirit are ones that are helping you to move forward with your plans, maybe about a shift, maybe about a change, maybe about following what you feel your destiny is, right? Destined career path, right? And sometimes those fears can be something that are very limiting in a way. And this is a need for us to have trust and have faith that wherever we're being guided or led on our career path is what ultimately we are truly meant to do. Okay, so let's get some more spirit animal messages for you. Pile number 2. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes me feel like with that snake that's in the middle of that wheel of fortune, that there's change, there's transformation that's taking place within you. So now it's time for you to learn how to just kind of go with the flow with these changes, right? With the in-between. Transitioning out of a career and let's just say into a new one. Let's see. Look at that. We have the bat. It says a rebirth is assured. Okay. A rebirth is assured. We have the turkey spirit and it says give with gratitude and grace. We have the armadillo spirit and it says set healthy boundaries. And to me, that is a lot about you. I feel like remembering your worth, okay? Remembering your worth and are you getting paid that, you know, within your career? Maybe it's a need for, you know, in a sense, kind of like standing up for yourself, you know, not taking less than what you do deserve. Let's see. We have the starfish spirit and it says open to infinite possibility. Pile number 2, career messages. We have fellow travelers and it says support is all around you. We have cleansing waters. Purification activates a vibrant life force. So some of you, this can even be a need for just kind of like taking a little time for yourself, a little bit of self-care, going and getting a massage, spending time in nature, quiet time, meditation, stillness. Okay. Kind of clearing your energy in a way. We have reaching your destination. It says your light is shining brightly. And this makes me look, if you see this path here, this little butterfly that's leading the path, and it's kind of like leading you towards this little dream, right? Your destiny in a way. So it's a need for you, I feel like, to follow, right? Ultimately what your destination is. Kind of like you're following your north node. You're following your purpose, okay, when it comes to your career. What you're truly meant to do, right? What you're truly meant to do. We have breaking trail and it says a breakthrough is at hand, okay? So this is important, especially for those of you that are feeling a little bit confused, stuck, or lost. You know, the in-between is kind of like I'm kind of moving away from maybe what I'm doing right now when I want something different. I want to change or a shift. This can be that breakthrough that's kind of happening for you. Okay, so let's see. Career messages for pile number 2. Let's get three more of these. Career messages. Okay. So we have Amazonite here, and it says loosen your grip. And that to me is loosening your grip with holding on to things, holding on to a job or career, right? Don't be afraid of release. Don't be afraid of letting go, right? For change, to allow change to happen, okay? We also have hematite, and it says ground yourself. Okay, we also have tourmalinated quartz, and it says get out of your own way. And tiger's eye with overcome your fears. Okay, and that's what I'm kind of seeing with you guys having the devil card is the first out, is fears, right? Those being something that are holding you back. Spirit is saying get out of your own way, ground yourself. Okay, look at how she's laying back. Looks like she's in a little pond, little lake, right? Water is something that's very, very powerful for clearing our energy. That can be you taking a salt bath, you know, a shower, going into a body of water, the ocean, a lake, a river, you know, whatever you have, okay? Grounding yourself. You can even be spending time in nature. Dancing is another way to really kind of help to clear energy as well. But yeah, Amazonite here, loosen your grip, right? Because with that Wheel of Fortune, it's us needing to kind of go with the flow of life, where Spirit is kind of leading us towards, for you especially on your career path, right? And when we are held back, it's like we're creating resistance for ourselves, okay? So I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 2. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonate with the Dove Spirit, Bee Peace, and the Blue Agate, this is going to be a reading. So this card is part of your reading today. We'll see how that fits into your tarot here. Some of you, I'm feeling there is that your intuition has been drawing you in towards some type of new beginning, potentially within your career, whether that means, you know, changing into a different position, changing jobs, or changing careers entirely. Maybe some type of renewal, new purity, new beginning. And maybe you're feeling some type of shift happening within you, and there's a need for you, I feel like, to really just kind of ground yourself into that energy. And let's see what else. Pile number 3, career messages. Career messages for pile number 3. Okay, so we have the 4 of Swords, which is a card of stillness, meditation, calming the mind, literally being at peace, right? Peace in the mind. The 4 of Swords, reflection, rest, quiet, calm, so you can gain some clarity. Career messages. Maybe for some of you it's needing a vacation. Okay, we have the Tower energy. So for some of you, it can be maybe feeling this need for release. This can also be coming in as some type of an epiphany, a realization, a wake-up call, an awakening. We have the 5 of Wands. Three of Swords. Career messages. Now, some of you, quite literally, there could be some type of job loss here. Okay, you may have lost your job for some of you, and that can be something that's extremely challenging for you at this time. If you look at this little beaver here, he looks like he's fighting the tide with all of his wands. Like he gathered them all up, and now the the waves have just kind of come in, crashed, and are tearing his wands away. All of those wands that he's worked so hard for. Some of you, that can be symbolic for kind of what's happening within you. Maybe you're someone who does have a lot of creative ideas, and you feel like one thing after the next is just kind of coming in, and setbacks maybe for some of you. Setbacks. Let's see what else. Pile 3 career messages. The moon. Okay, so the moon energy can talk about a lot of fears, insecurities, anxiety, confusion, feeling a little bit clouded, doubts and uncertainty that you might also have. Ace of Swords. Okay, so yeah, that is a very clear message right here. The Tower and the Ace of Swords. Some of you may be dealing with a lot of very challenging, I feel like, thoughts, ideas. Some of you may even be feeling disappointment with your job right now. But the Tower energy and the Ace of Swords is bringing in clarity for you. It could be an epiphany, a realization, and it could be something that comes in very sudden to give you clarity. And even with that Tower moment kind of happening with the Ace of Swords, even then, you may still doubt it, right? Even if something comes in as clear as day from Spirit, we can still kind of go back and revert back into the anxiety, the fears. But, is this really what I'm supposed to do? Is this the real message? Is this, you know what I'm saying? And kind of like talk ourselves out of it. So let's see here, pile 3 career messages. 2 of Swords. Yep, some of you are feeling confused, conflicted, indecisive, needing to weigh your options, ideas. 9 of Swords. That is a lot of anxiety. Lots of anxiety, fears, sleepless nights, nightmares, trying to figure things out. Okay. Knight of Wands is at the bottom. The Knight of Wands is feeling this energy of wanting to pursue passions, dreams, goals, desires. Some of you, this can even be surrounding relocation, traveling even for work. Just feeling very challenged. Some of you may even kind of be in a very competitive work environment, and there's a lot of competition. I'm definitely feeling like you have like this fighting spirit about you that is not wanting to give up, but it's also feeling a little bit stuck and confused right now, feeling a little bit blocked. Some of you may even be kind of like job hunting, looking for another job, and maybe finding challenge with that as well, because you're not really finding something that you like. But even in this 3 of Swords energy here, some of you, I feel like if you have lost your job, I feel like Spirit's wanting you to kind of be at peace with it and trust that it's happening for your highest good, even though this change could be uncomfortable. Because now you're feeling, okay, well, now what? How am I going to afford to pay for bills? How am I going to pay for this? How am I going to pay for that? It's like Spirit saying, be at peace. And that's hard to do, right? It's easier said than done when you're going through that. But I'm feeling that there's a reason, especially for those of you that have lost your job. There's a reason for this happening. And I feel like it's trying to align you with, something that you're really meant to do, that you're really meant to see. And maybe this is some type of clarity that you will have come into you when you take some time to just kind of rest your mind, right? Because the Knight of Wands is a very charismatic energy. It's very creative, very passionate. It shows a lot about us, having the confidence to move forward with these ideas that we have. Okay. 7 of Swords. Some of you, it's kind of like just like a lot of scattered thinking all over the place. And I feel like with the Strength card here, I I feel like there's a need for you to learn to trust your heart. And for some of you, it can be kind of going through this rebirth process and a need for clearing away the anxiety and really trust where your heart is guiding you towards. Okay? With the Strength card here, it's a need for you to kind of embrace courage at this time and know that whatever this is that you could be challenged by, whether it's your own thoughts or it's literally a situation outside of yourself that you have no control over, that it is possible for you to make it through this, right? So let's see what, I kind of want to see what this Tower energy is here. But for some of you, it's maybe the breaking down of the old, in a sense, old career or old job. A need for you where you have this epiphany, like, this isn't what I want to do anymore. I need something different. I need change. And even with that, it comes in as feeling very challenged. Like, how am I going to make it through this? Why is the Tower here? You know, and it could even be that you have like an irrational fear about, if I let this job go, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? What kind of a job am I going to find? Right? All of that anxious energy. So we have the Page of Swords energy here. Now, some of you with the Page of Swords, this could have been some type of message or communication, you know, that you may have received about job loss, potentially for some of you. For others of you, I feel like may even feel called to take a class, go to school, some type of online education for some of you. Studying, learning, picking up a new skill. Some of you, it could be just this huge epiphany that you have out of nowhere that's kind of encouraging you to start researching, start doing more research, looking at things online, looking at new jobs. Because that's basically what I'm kind of feeling here, is there maybe is a need for a shift or a change. Okay? Some of you are worried about it because of money, worried about job change, career change. Some of you specifically are having this epiphany because you're coming to this realization, this job no longer pays my bills. This job is something that is, money's tight, right? With the Five of Pentacles. This is feeling despair. Maybe it's feeling so overwhelmed with so many bills that something has to change. It's either we find another job, we take up a second job, a side hustle. Some of you are afraid of change because of worried, like the money, the scarcity mindset, poverty mindset, right? Okay, so let's look at your oracle messages. And we do have lots of air sign energy here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, Leo. Okay, pile. And I feel like, yes, definitely needing to be more confident in yourself. Okay. Some of you, I'm getting, are living in a very maybe expensive area. And there may be a need for you to kind of branch out a little bit. Maybe even considering a move or relocation into an area that is maybe even, say, less expensive. I'm getting some of you, it's like the city, and it's like, it's just not cutting it. Let's see what else. Pile number 3. Career messages for pile number 3. Let's get 4 of these. Career messages for pile number 3. One more. Okay, I guess 2 more is what we're having. Okay. So we have Koi Fish Spirit, and it says there is always enough. Okay, there is always enough. So those of you that are worried about, you know, there's no money, there's no opportunity, there is always opportunity there for money to be made. But it's about us broadening our horizons, changing our perspective, the way in which we're looking at it. You know, I like to say this in a way that you can have 2 people let's just say that you bring these two people into a, I don't know, I'll just say like a painting studio, right? And there's a bunch of blank canvases and there's brushes and paint and things like that. And then you're like, okay, here's these two people. And, you know, both of you have the opportunity here to create money, right? To make money from this. And so one person's perspective would be like, okay, well, I'm going to go sell these paintbrushes and these canvases to artists that need them. Where the other person might look at it and say like, wow, I can make some beautiful, amazing paintings here and sell them, right? For just loads of money, right? Loads of money. And so in a way, it's kind of like how you look at something, right? The person who decided to sell the paintbrushes and the canvases may have made, let's just say, under $100, right? I know canvases can be pricey, but I'm just using this as a metaphor. And then you have the other person who painted something amazing, right? And sold the painting for like $2,000 or $1,000, right? So it's the way in which we look at those opportunities that are surrounding us, right? What's available. So this is Spirit saying there is always enough, okay? There's always money to be made. The universe is abundant. We have Peacock Spirit with Let It Shine. And look at how this little peacock's heart right in the middle, right? It's just glowing. And so I'm feeling here with the Peacock Spirit too. There's something very beautiful, not just in your physical beauty, pile 3, but more or less something that needs to be shared with the world that you hold within you. A talent, a skill, something special within you that is in a way waiting to be born, waiting to be birthed, whether it's a creative project, an idea, some type of talent or skill that you have that you're meant to do for your career. Okay, and this is Spirit saying, let it shine. We also have the Whale Spirit here, and it says, trust the great mystery, right? Sometimes we like to have every single last thing figured out. Like, when is this going to happen? What is that? How's this? How's that? Instead of just trusting, surrendering to our path and trusting and knowing that Spirit is guiding us towards our destiny, right? Our destined career path. So this is a need to let go of control, right? And trust the way in which your heart, your soul is leading you. We also have the Bee Spirit here, and it says, sweet results await. Okay, sweet results await. Some of you, this can be a need for networking, maybe even referrals, okay? Friends referring you, you networking, connecting with people in your community. We also have the Lion Spirit here, and it says, be generous of spirit. Okay. I'm also just feeling a lot of power, a lot of confidence that Spirit is kind of wanting you to embody through that, right? And just being at peace and knowing that everything is working out in divine timing, but it's also about you being open to shifts, open to change, and not allowing fear to be something that, you know, gets in the way. Career messages for pile number 3. The gates of triumph. It says success expands in your life. So look at that. A new door, a new path. Maybe for some of you it's a promotion, or some of you it's even, like I said, big change. We have unknown territory, and it says you are exactly where you need to be. Okay? So especially for those of you that are following the guidance, right, from Spirit, and you feel like, wow, I'm on this new path, here I go, but I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just following it. I'm trusting my gut feeling, and Spirit is wanting you to hold complete trust and be at peace and knowing that you're being led and guided on the right path. So even though things may be a little bit foggy, a little bit unclear, especially for those of you that are feeling that shift or need for change, trust it. Okay, trust it. Let's see what else. Career messages for pile number 3. Joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. Okay, and to me that says a lot about you moving towards a career path that truly brings you happiness, right? Not one that you feel bored at, or that you can't stand anymore. We have infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Be open to receive, pile 3. Be open to receiving. We have Celestite. Soothe your soul, right? To me, that says a lot about you going along with your soul's calling, right? Making your soul happy. We have Rose Quartz. Open up your heart. We have Appetite. Get out of your comfort zone. And then we have Iolite, and it says shift your money mindset, right? So we're shifting away from lack into abundance mindset. There is money to be made, right? I'm going to go right into that art studio. I'm going to paint a painting and I'm going to sell it. I'm going to make a ton of money with my gifts, my talents, my skills, right? It's just, I feel like being more confident, right, in yourself and knowing that this is definitely something that's possible for you, and shifting away from the lack mentality. One, right? The one that keeps you held back, worried, in a place of fear, right? Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.